What's up, everybody? Phantom here. Today I finally got my truck in here, ShopTruck, to start on the rebuild. A lot of you probably don't know what the truck is. If you're a fan of the show, you know the truck. This is Sean's old truck, the one he did the donuts with Chief on the show, through the belt, etc., etc. I had a truck before this that I called Chi-Chi. It was a 2003 Chevy, white single cab, just like this, but Chevy. I was on my way to making it my dream truck. I was kind of doing some step-by-step stuff, doing some write-ups on, how things are done, header install, rear end install, stuff like that. But one night in December, 2017, I believe, I lost that truck in a fire. Probably my own fault, but it happened. So I was looking for a new truck after that one. I was having trouble finding what I wanted. And then I got this truck from Sean. So I have made it my dream truck. It's everything I ever wanted in a short, wide single cab. So I'll give you a little backstory. When I got it from Sean, it had a naturally aspirated 408 with 100 shot of nitrous. It had never been to the track, but I like to race, so I took it to the track. I eventually ran 10s on 100 shot. It's a full weight truck. It's got leather seats, all the carpet still in. It's got a badass kicker stereo system, 2 10s, 2 amps, 10-pound nitrous bottle. It's got everything, TV, all that stuff. So it's 4,500, 50 pounds with me in it, ready to go down the track. Went 10s on 100 shot. That motor was 5 years old. It had been beaten mercilessly for those 5 years. So, and then I wasn't any easier on it because I started spraying it just every day pretty much. So I blew that motor up and I had to build a new one. So the crank was trashed, unfortunately. So went with a stock crank with a LS2 block. So I built a block was already 30 over, come to find out when I got it. So I built a 370 cubic inch. I used Cali's Compstar rods with CP pistons. I put a Pro Charger F1A 94 on it. Stainless Works headers. Monkey built me exhaust using Stainless Works materials. Of course, I had Nitrous Express on it just in case. Got a Rossler 4L80. Quick Performance 9-inch rear end. It's everything I've ever wanted and then some. So my goal with a truck has always been I wanted to drive 2 hours from my house to the track, bust off a 9-second pass, drive it back home. All full weight, air conditioned stereo system, all that stuff. So that's exactly what I did here. On 14 pounds of boost with the Pro Charger, I went 980s at 140 mile an hour. Drove it 2 hours to the track, ran it, drove it 2 hours back home. So did everything I wanted to do. Unfortunately, in the process, I hurt this thing a few times. Come to find out, I was having some weird electrical gremlins, probably self-inflicted, but it happened. So, and then I discovered what was going on too little too late. So I did put a badass Mechman alternator on this deal that solved all the problems, but I hurt the motor pretty good. I don't know, 3 or 4 times, had to rebuild it. Fire slotted ahead, and also in the process hurt the block, but I kept running it anyways. So as long as it was boost only, it was fine, but as soon as I would try to spray it, it was just too much to keep everything stuck together, and it'd lift ahead, and here I'd be starting all over again. So tired of rebuilding this motor, so I'm gonna build a new one. Right now I have a motor at X-Power Racing Engines here in Oklahoma. Our buddy Justin McDougall, Intergalactic Moderator, whatever it is you want to call him, is building me a 408 cubic inch LS deal, and I'll be throwing a Precision Pro Mod 94 turbo on it. We had a couple left over from the new Murder Nova. We're not using them anymore, so one's going on my truck, one's going on Sean's donk. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. My next goal with the truck, I ran my 9. I've been chasing that number for 10 years. Ran it pretty easy. There was a lot more potential left in the Pro Charger combo, but I'm ready to try something new. I've met my goal with every power adder I've tried. I started with nitrous, obviously, where everybody starts. Met my goal there. Then I got the Pro Charger. I met my goal there pretty easily. The only one that's really kicked my butt over the years is a turbo. I've had a turbo a couple different times, and they have ran less than stellar. So I'm gonna try it again. Know a little bit more about how things work, I guess, now. So that's what I'm doing. Today I'm gonna get the truck up in the air. I'm gonna get the Rossler 4L80 out of it and get it sent back to Rossler for a couple upgrades. I'll get the Pro Torque converter boxed up and shipped to Joe at Pro Torque to be redone for the turbo combo. So that's where I'm at today. Kind of give you a walk around of the truck first as I get it up in the air and show you the cool parts that I've got on it. It's pretty dirty under there because I do drive this thing. I put on the Pro Charger motor with the Pro Charger, I put 8,500 miles on it, I think. At one time this truck was my daily driver. I broke everything else I had. The motor in my diesel went out earlier this year. It was down for 4, 5, 6 months. So then I had to it was either drive ShopTruck or my donk. So I chose the donk. And then I messed up a tire on it, and tires are hard to come by for a while. So all I had was a ShopTruck. So I had to daily drive ShopTruck for a little bit. Rain, snow, all that stuff. If you've ever driven in moisture with a slick tire and a spool, you know what I went through there. So I'll give you a little walk around, and then I'm gonna start pulling the transmission out of this thing and get it on the pallet and get it sent off to Ohio. So check it out. So you guys will have to forgive me here. I'm not very good about talking about my own stuff. I can tell you in detail everything you would ever want to know about either Murder Nova. Just not good about talking about my own stuff, but I'm gonna try my best here. Hopefully I get better as my little series progresses here, but bear with me, I'm trying. So start at the back, give you a little walkthrough of what I have on the truck. The truck had a stock 10 bolt in it when I got it from Sean. I upgraded to a Quick Performance 9-inch rear end. You can kind of see it there, it's kind of dark, but Quick Performance 9-inch rear end. I've got 40 spline axles with a 40 spline spool, just because we have several different center sections with different gear ratios in it that I could try. As long as I had 40 spline axles, I could just slide that deal right in and try it out. So I don't need 40 spline, I don't make that kind of power, but I have them, should never break it. It is what it is. So Quick Performance 9-inch, I do sell these. We do sell them here at 187 Customs. I've sold a bunch of them to various truck guys. They work great for about any power level. We relocated the shocks to the rear of the axle in stock form. One's in front, one's behind. My buddy Tyler, he come over one day, did all the weld up work for me before I could really weld. I still can't weld, but I really couldn't weld in, so he did that stuff for me. We got a crossbar up here to mount them to. Use some TRZ brackets to mount them to the axle housing. Of course, I got Caltrack bars. They are the best traction bar on the market, in my opinion. If you follow drag racing, the fastest leaf spring cars in the world use Caltracks. So that's what I use. Of course, Bogart. I got Bogart eliminators. They're 15 by 10 on the back. We use a couple different back spacings on the trucks. Just kind of depends on what you want. If you're interested in a set, I do sell these also. I can get you fixed up, help you with fitment, etc., etc. So 15 by 10 Bogart eliminator. Right now it's got a 29.5 10.5 bracket radial on it. I don't really like it. I like it because it works, but I like the 28 bracket radial better. This tire doesn't look good on the truck, in my opinion. Steel drive shaft made from a company local here in Oklahoma. I'd like to try a carbon drive shaft maybe when I go back together with it. I don't know why, I just want to. Again, it's dirty under here. I'm kind of embarrassed, but like I said, I do drive the truck, so I just kind of deal with it. The truck does have a 4L80 in it, like I said. You know, these trucks come with 4L60s. My buddy Tyler that I mentioned, he actually builds these the conversion cross members, DTR Fab. I'm not sure of the price. I think they're like 160 bucks delivered, something like that. You can check his Facebook out. All the pricing's on there. So Rossler 4L80 with a trans brake. I have a lot of miles on that thing. Still good to go. I'm just sending it off. I want to get some stuff changed in. I'll talk about that whenever it gets back to me. So Pro Torque converter. You can kind of see it up there. Pro Torque converter with a Bonifonte flex plate. I believe it's called the Super Flex. Probably the best flex plate on the market, in my opinion. They are pricey though, but you pay, you know, get what you pay for, as they say. Moroso oil pan on the motor. I don't know. I just wanted it. Didn't need it. Thought it looked cool. Fits in the truck, so I used it. I did change up the front suspension a little bit. Everything's still in factory location, but I did use a DJM 4-inch drop A-arm with a 2-inch drop spindle, and I got coilovers on the front that uses the Atomic Fab coilover bracket relocation. I forget what he calls it, but it's got coilovers on it. Probably change those up this coming year, put something a little better on it, or I may not. I don't know. Depends on kind of money I get. That's pretty much it. Gonna be lots of fab work here to get the turbo where I want it. I'll be using Stainless Works up and forward headers, all Stainless Works materials to build the hot side, and then I'll holler at my boy Wade over at Race Part Solutions for my aluminum and clamps and stuff like that. So I'll get you know, we'll obviously do a video of that whenever it happens, but right now I'm gonna get this 4L80 out and get it on a pallet so I can get on a truck before we head back to filming again. So stick around. So there it is. I'm a lot better at getting it out than I'd like to be. I've done this a lot. While it was pro charged, I tried lots of different torque converter combinations. So I had the transmission in and out 2 or 3 times a week for a couple months, just trying things. So it doesn't take me very long anymore. Sean makes fun of me because I only use 4 bell housing bolts. It works. I've never had an issue with it. Nothing wrong with the transmission in its current state. I just want to send it into Rossler, get a couple little updates done, thinking about possibly changing the first and second gear ratios. I don't know. I'll talk to Carl, see what he thinks about it, kind of tell him my plan. And it may or may not happen. Get this converter slid out of there, get it in a box, get it on the way to Pro Torque, let Joe work his magic. Just kind of looking around on this thing. Need some maintenance. One of my boots is cracked there, I see. There's the dipstick. That one up there looks all right. All this stuff over here looks all right, but give everything a once over when it goes back together and get this thing ready to go. I guess that'll be it for today. Don't really have much else I can do. Once I get the motor back, or well, actually, probably on the next video, I'll go ahead and get the Stainless Works headers put on and kind of start mocking some stuff up and get the hot side built. And then I'll probably wait until I get the new motor set in so I can do the cold side. I'm going to use a little different intake than the normal Victor style intake that I've always used. So I've got a probably higher end over here. I always said I'd never use one. Never say never, I guess. So yeah, so that's going to be it. As always, thanks for clicking in. Thanks for watching. I know it's not Sean that y'all want to see. Normally he'd be out here helping me, but Aiden's got baseball games today. So since we're only home for a couple of days, he's getting in as many of those as he possibly can. So I get it. This ain't nothing that I can't handle myself anyway. So I think I was done in 15-20 minutes. Time lapse is going to make me look super fast. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm going to get better at this. Like I said, I'm not good about talking about my own stuff. I'll work on it. So it's going to be a cool build. My initial goals are I want to run 5s in the 8th. I went 620s with the Pro Charger combo. All I lacked was 60 foot from reaching my goal there. I think quickest I went was 147. I'd like to dip into the low 130s, maybe even a high 120. I don't think it's totally out of reach. Just gonna have to work at it. So until next time, visit our store, themurdernova.com. We got lots of new merch in there. And then in our next video, we're gonna announce our first giveaway trial here. So stick around, stay tuned, share the channel, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching, guys.